I think the Army Distaff Foundation represents a very powerful idea that says, you know what, we owe it to people that have served before to make sure that their life is well taken care of at the end of their life.
What I loved about serving in the military was the camaraderie that you felt. You felt a sense of belonging with individuals who had that shared experience. That translates directly to here working at Knollwood, and that allows for the building of rapport with the individuals that I serve.
In the military, when I couldn't teach because of moving one thing or another, I volunteered. And when we came to Knollwood, well, there were opportunities to volunteer again.
I knew nothing about the military until I got married. I was not from a military family, and I learned very fast that the people stick together, they help you, they're always there for you.
I'm Matthew Riley, and I began working for the Army Distaff Foundation in August of 2012.
My name is Jim Michaels, and I've worked with the Army Distaff Foundation since 2017.
My name is Lenora Jacobson, and I've lived at Knollwood since January of 2011.
I am Lee Frick, and I moved to Knollwood in April 2013. Stan was very attractive. The girls all liked him, really. He and I were just really good friends. He told me his problems, and I told him my problems. He took me to an Army-Navy game. That evening, he asked me to marry him. We went to Texas, Gary Air Force Base, where he would be training to become a pilot. That was his thrill. He had always wanted to be a pilot as a young kid. He was a lieutenant colonel when he retired. I've had a wonderful 59 years of marriage before he passed away. After he died, I moved in with my son and daughter-in-law, but it was not my home, and I felt like I was intruding, so we sat and talked about it. Mike went out and he checked out a lot of these retirement homes in the area. He said, "Mom, I think I've found the right place for you." This is a beautiful military retirement home. You can do as much here as you want or as little. We got all kinds of trips to go on. You can do exercise. They have wonderful exercises. You can play cards, mahjong, which I really love.
Knollwood will make you feel welcome in every sense of the word. People with a like background come together and share similar experiences from the past and from the present. It has been a wonderful 6 years living here at Knollwood. My husband, I met him in high school. I didn't know him, and then one day he appeared in the classroom and said to the guy sitting next to me, "Marvin, move. I'm sitting here." So it was, I guess, meant to be. Eventually, it comes to the end of the career, and he retires, and we have civilian life again. My husband's health failed, and the children got tired of driving from D.C. to Richmond, Virginia to see him in the hospital. And they said, "You just have to come to D.C." And our daughter looked around for military and found Knollwood. I'm the archivist here. Try to be in the archives every morning for 2 or 3 hours, and in the afternoons by appointment. I'm the chairman of the Welcome Committee, and I work in the library on Monday afternoons for 2 hours. And then on Monday nights, I run the bingo, which I inherited when my husband died. My husband fell at Christmas time, broke his hip. He was hauled off by ambulance and discovered in the process that he had pneumonia. They finally told us in July that he was not going to make it.
As a life plan community, Knollwood gets to keep our residents. Independent, assisted, memory care, wherever they are, if they have a need for a skilled stay, they get to come back home for that.
He came home with hospice for 2.5 weeks, was able to hold little Liam, who was just a baby, in his arms, and say goodbye to the family. And so he went peacefully.
We have the unique opportunity to be their family. And I feel so lucky that they've chosen Knollwood to finish out the rest of their journey.
The Army Distaff Foundation was founded in 1959 by our founding mothers.
Started with Mamie Eisenhower, Lydia Taylor, Rosamond Davis. They really had a big idea, which is we need to make sure that the military community is taken care of in their end years. At that time, there wasn't the same type of government or charitable resources to help military families or military veterans have the safety nets that they needed when they became older.
The Army Distaff Foundation owns and operates Knollwood, which is a continuing care retirement community for military officers, their spouses, and family members. Everybody that is here is either military themselves or related to somebody who was in the military.
Because of the shared background, there's that bond which I think is important.
It's heartwarming to be able to sit and talk with people that understand what your life has been and what it is today. I know there are other retirement homes, but none come anywhere near comparing to Knollwood. And really and truly, this is the place to be.
This is a place that's looking out for them. The Army Distaff Foundation is a place that is going to be there for them if things change for them in life.
Many seniors in this country outlive their resources. For our residents, that'll never be an issue. Once they're a resident of Knollwood, they will be for life.
Even if you run out of personal money, they will still keep you. The funds are available from other sources.
They're never going to push you away and will take care of you, really.
Giving to the Army Distaff Foundation allows us to continue our mission, providing affordable, low-cost health care to our nation's veterans and their families.
Going back to the original founders, the idea was let's build this place, but then let's look to the future not too long after and see where else we might be able to do something like this. What else might be required of us? We're thinking about other facilities, expansions of this particular place as well. Veterans deserve it and their families deserve it.
There will always be a military and there will always be families. So there no doubt will always be a need for it.
I feel that it is the Army Distaff. It shows that the civilian people appreciate what the military has done for them by sacrificing their time and life and energy.
Talk about paying it forward. The reward is you're being able to do something for people that have lived a lifetime for something more than themselves, and it's very meaningful.
When people ask me what I do, I like to tell them that I make a difference in people's lives. There's no other job like working with the Army Distaff Foundation. We ensure wellness for individuals, and that's from physical health to psychological health to social well-being. So when people ask me what I do, I make a difference.